one thing I thought was awesome is you look at this, okay, and the first thing you see is you line up at the end zone copy, and you see Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave in. We're in 21 personnel, and that's how we're going to start the 2023 NFL season, preseason. I don't care. First play, we get two tight ends, young guys. These are the guys that are going to be involved in the offense. I'm so excited to see how we use them. You see the speed of Musgrave. Um, these guys have a long way to go as far as being NFL ready tight ends. They're willing blockers. They're not good. Musgrave is he's not lighting anybody up in the run game yet. But listen, all of this stuff takes time. Play speed, all this stuff just takes time. And what is exciting about watching the offense, and we'll just start going through it. Let's just go through it now. What's exciting about the offense, I'm just going to throw plays out from the first two series, is you can see how we're going to use 21 personnel. You can see how Matt LaFleur is going to change this offense to make it a little more user-friendly for a first-year quarterback and an offensive line that's blocking for a first-year quarterback. Zach Tom is now, if he's not the starting right tackle, he's going to start on this team at one of these positions. He continues to impress me. He looks bigger. I think he's gained 10, 15 pounds. He looks good. Hands are great. He's really good with footwork. I'm excited about Jordan Love. Listen, he had a good start. I don't have his numbers off the top of my head. They scored the second drive. He played well. There's some throws here that you wish you would have gotten. There's some things he can get better at. Big deal. First preseason game. I'm not expecting him to be a Pro Bowl player. I'm expecting some of these other guys to bring him up. I think the offensive line is going to have a bounce back year. I think Zach Tom being in there, I was just really excited about the way he played in particular. And I'm just super excited about these tight ends, man. I just think, again, we talk about it all the time. The pendulum just swings from one side to the other. Linebackers are smaller now. We can get more out of the run game. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun year. Let's check this out. Okay, so let's start with the offense. So we got in 21. And Elgin Jenkins is not he doesn't always necessarily have the best technique, but man, he's just a big, good old strong athlete, just a bad dude, man. You just watch him here, there's nothing I'm not teaching that, right? I'm not teaching him to take two in the chest and kind of spread his feet out, but he just gets it done. He's just a really, really good football player. Now, I love John Runyon's body position right here. As you punch and extend, you see his hands are inside. I love Zach Tom's got great knee and hip bend. That's probably what we like about him. When you watch him, even when he was 295 pounds, you just go, man, he's got great knee and hip bend. He's able to move and navigate. What he has is great inside hand placement, especially this game. You see him come back here and bang down on the 3 technique. Easy throw. I think this was to Christian Watson early. We're back to the next play here. So he checks over. Maybe it's a fake check, maybe it's not, but we're in a mirrored concept here, right? So he could check to either side, even though this is a keep pass. But I want you to notice under center plays are going to be a hallmark of this team because under center plays allow better run sell. First of all, if you're going to run block, doesn't matter the offensive line whether you're under center or not. But if you're going to sell the run, whether it's a keep, whether it's a play action pass, life is a lot better if that quarterback's going to turn his back to the line. Okay, there's 2 things. One, keeps the defense honest on the initial line of scrimmage. Those defenders have to play the run. Their first step, they have to be looking in the backfield. They can't just attack with their best pass rush move, okay? That helps everybody. You're going to see later on in this game, the flow of the linebackers is greatly influenced when you do middle or outside zone footwork by the running back when the quarterback is under center. And then the last thing is, this is a much easier read for the quarterback when he comes out of this, whether it's a keep pass, whether it's just an under center play action, a la middle zone like Peyton Manning used to do. When you turn your back and you turn back around, it stops mattering as much whether they're in cover 6, cover 1, cover 3. You start picking out spots. You have a read progression. You go through it, bang, bang, bang. You're out of there. It becomes very simplistic compared to some of the complexity that we see in other offenses, a la Tom Brady, sometimes Aaron Rodgers back in the day because of what he's able to process now at 40 years old. So we see checks over. We go under center. We bring Musgrave over, and this is just everybody gets excited about this. Like, no, every tight end on the planet is going to outrun this corner when the corner's going the wrong direction. But you do get to see the athleticism and speed, so we'll just take it for what it is. Okay, I hope we see a fullback in the National Football League and the Green Bay Packers National Football. I hope Will Henderson comes back, or the luchador Nick Lucci. John Kuhn. Guys, this is like the best position in football. This is a dude who just loves contact. Bring back the fullback. We have a fullback now on the roster. DeGuara has moved that way, but we also have Henry Pearson, who actually does get lit up a little bit on this play right here, but I don't care. He's a rookie. I want all you can eat for the fullback position. They're running counter trap here a little bit different. So they want to crash down with the tackle on the tight end play side. They want to kick out with the fullback, which is actually a really hard thing to do. A lot of teams instead would bring the guard. We used to bring the guard and have the guard kick out on a counter gap look, and then have the fullback lead through, because that's just a tough block. The defensive end on a fullback with not a big head start, that's a tough block. You see, it's a tough block here with this rookie. We get a couple yards. Really, Yash doesn't do a good job. Yash is too high into contact. We're talking about number 73. Everybody else kind of gets it done here. But you see Musgrave and Yash, they come down. So Yash is too high right there. We got the brace up. And now you got to stay on. Musgrave's like the most important thing whenever you're playing. You'd ideally like to get this to go vertical on your third step. So you're pushing, you guys are kind of working on the same level in the same direction, because right now, if Musgrave tries to rise up for the linebacker, Yash is automatically in a poor position just because they're going kind of diagonally instead of vertically, right? He can't get his head back across. He's in a bad body position anyways. So AJ does a good job of kind of working what he can get here, but you see that 3 technique tries to fall off and get into that play. So we got a 3-by-1. Now, this is the play that everybody's looking at. Great play by the safety. And like, oh, he should have held his eyes longer, blah, blah, blah. Like, here's what happened, okay? This is pretty simple. There is a red line on every practice field in the NFL, probably in college and even in high school, okay? And the red line is about halfway between the numbers and the sideline. And if a wide receiver gets on top of his DB, he has to get back to that red line. Why? Because all the space between the sideline and the red line that I have on the screen, that's for the quarterback to throw the ball away from the safety, okay? But when he launches this ball, you can see Watson's like 3 yards too close to the sideline, right? You got to get back on top. You got to climb back up, even if the ball's in the air. You got to climb back up top on this thing, okay? And now he's able to throw over his left shoulder and not down into his right shoulder. So the throw could be a little bit better. This is a great play by the safety, regardless. Great play by the safety. Throw could be a little bit better. We want to see Watson get back on top of this, press up to that red line so we can now get that over the shoulder on the left side of the shoulder, away from the safety, away from the corner, okay? So this, look, if these hit, they look amazing. If they don't hit, you go, nice try. Here to play again. It really says nothing about the quality of the quarterback, the wide receiver, or anything. Okay, interesting play here. So they switched this to like a cover one. Well, single high safety. And they're kind of showing it early. Again, not the Bengals starting defense. These guys aren't great. So you see they're showing blitz. They got 2 linebackers up in the each A gap. They got the safety back, and we're highlighting these two because they're going to be responsible for the crosser, which is our inside slot receiver on the 3-by-1 side. As this linebacker drops, this is kind of the play that everybody's talking about with Jordan Love. All right, this is the one we wanted back. So as we drop, for whatever reason, I don't know if the safety's reading eyes. Jordan does a good, if that's the case, then Jordan Love's doing a great job of holding that safety with his eyes. Now, the problem, just so everybody knows, when the linebacker drops, so you're in the A gap, okay? And now you've got to drop back at the snap, and you have to kind of reorient yourself. And it sounds easy, but it's not. And now you got to figure out, okay, it's a 3-by-1. You know somebody's coming across. You see, you check out the outside on your right. You know that they're going deep. So somebody's got to be coming across. He just reading the quarterback's eyes instead of trying to figure out who's coming across here. They both get beat. And we missed this throw. And this is one of those throws that if we start making these first of all, if a guy gets this wide open, you got to hit him. Fair enough. But if you're in situations because of the threat of the run game, because of um, the threat of Watson on the outside and that safety having to hold high, like you have a lot of opportunities to hit these deep crossers because of the speed of Watson. That's something that opens up for these tight ends. This is going to be a big play during the season. We'll hit this one another time. What I love is Zach Tom. First of all, Zach, again, he looks bigger to me. I'm never thrilled with the set here because you get vertical on two. But what you gotta love, because these guys, these aren't starting defensive linemen. If he's playing, it's Hubbard over there, or Henderson comes over, like he's got a problem. He's going to do this. But look at the hands. He's so good. Look at hands tight, man. That's like clinic right there. I mean, if I put on a clinic tape on how to win with your hands, you want to punch and extend a little bit more, obviously, but you're just talking about hands tight. They can talk about all these all these defensive linemen doing these chop clubs, and they got these double swipes, blah blah blah. Bro, if you get your hands inside, it's wrap. Okay, I can be standing on one toe, off balance. If I get a hand on that inside shoulder pad, wrap city. Okay, you put that handlebar out, and I grab it, it's over. Good job by everybody else. John running here doing a good job on the bull. Right, you got to somebody's got the tough block, and it's going to be the right guard here against the defensive tackle who's just going to give him a big old bull rush on a drop, on a 5-step drop. Great job. Good pocket. Opportunity to make a play here. So we got the next drive, next series. You're going to see this a lot. You're going to see Musgrave hipped off the line of scrimmage of Zach Tom. And as you go through this, if you're a fan watching at home, as you go through the tape or you're just watching live, watch the tight end. The tight end more often than not when he's hipped off, you're going to kind of understand what the play probably is. In other words, if he's close to the line of scrimmage or close to the heels of the tackle, he's probably staying on that side. If he's away from the tackle or if he's off the line of scrimmage, he's probably going backside on one of those split flow plays. Why? Because if he's too close, he gets into the tackle's way. The offensive line coach yells at him. We get into one of those things, okay? But when he's squared up, when he's off the ball, and he's away from that tackle, there's a better than average chance that they're doing something different. You see the jet sweep here. This is another thing that bringing in Jalen Reed, having some speed on the outside. So why is Musgrave kind of showing you anything here? Well, he's got a good split. Okay, so you put that guy out in space. He's going to step down. And as soon as he steps down, that defensive end reads. If he hesitates for a second, we got a fast player getting on the jet sweep. What I wanted to watch really here is the backside, Zach Tom and John Runyon Jr. Now, what you have to understand is, again, Amon and I, when we're sitting here, we go, oh my God, are they going to run the ball with 6 players in the box? Like, we could do this all. Amon literally would have averaged like 8 yards a carry if we would have got 6 players in the box all the time. I don't understand how people don't average more yards per carry, honestly, in this day and age. However, watch this backside block. Zach's got a great first step. You see there, he's really following John Runyon Jr. John's doing a great job here. Second step down, staying square to the line of scrimmage and trying to get that vertical push up to the second level. Even though this is a jet sweep, it's like a good practice rep. Okay. Same thing with the center and the left guard here. These are good practice reps. You want to see, shoulder to shoulder, or in the case of the backside, sometimes you're trying to jam your helmet in between that right guard and the defensive tackle. So I just love the way that these guys are coming off early in this game, early in the preseason. You just see they're marrying up pretty well. Good things ahead. Now, this is the screenplay, and this is where Musgrave's bad blocking kind of gets the better of him because he just gets smoked here. And then when you like try to outside grab and then throw the guy, you throw him right into the damn line of the quarterback. Okay, if you could sit there and like two-hand punch him outside or punch him inside, and not just literally throw him towards the direction of the quarterback because you're trying to grab him outside hands, you probably get this play off. And if you do, you got 2 dudes out there. I mean, this could have been a home run play, okay? And you can say, well, Jordan can throw it this way, throw it that way. The truth is, Musgrave's got to do a better job of helping his quarterback, making that lane clear by not throwing the guy directly behind him. It's just little things. I look at little details. It has no impact on the play. You got double A gap look. Everybody's in good body position. Myers is going to go to the left side, so the right guard, right tackle are on their own, and it's just a simple switch off, and it doesn't even matter in the context of the play. But John Rennan Jr. and Zach Tom coming back the way he stays square, so he can come back towards the line of scrimmage and attack this, so we can actually bump this off pretty well. It's just like it doesn't make a big difference in this play, but it's a big deal, and you got to be excited about it if you're a fan, if you're a coach, if you're a player. Okay, so I'll show this right now just so you can see the tight end. So you can see the tight end here is split off of the right tackle. He's back and he's away from him. So in other words, he's away from him because he's going to come split flow. He's going to come downhill. Okay. So just start if you want to do something while you're watching at home. Always kind of take a look at this and see if you can figure out if you know the play is going to be split flow or not. Now, it doesn't mean they're going to have to do a keep pass or anything, but this does kind of indicate that. So you go split flow. AJ does a really good job here. I think I highlighted the center and the right guard, John Rennie Jr. and Myers do a really good job again of and John's too high and he kind of false steps into this. But I mean, from a process standpoint, I got a lot to say about how they did this, but they did move these bodies, create a great lane. Josh Myers really does the job here. If we just back this up one sec, Josh Myers really does the job coming off in the second hit, bang, knocks him off the ball, creates that little lane for AJ to get through. That was awesome. I get fired up when people move humans on run blocks, man. God, I hope we run the ball a lot this year. Under center again, run, pass, play act. This is going to be such a powerful concept. Like the playbook is like, if it just said like under center play action, I would be like, put 4 gold stars on that thing, man. It's going to be gold. Under center play action. Okay, this is an interesting one. So everyone's going to say, oh, okay, great play. But check this out. He's on the 9. We're talking about Dobbs now, right? Dobbs is on the 9 here. Okay. Now, where he catches this ball, if he stays on the 9, doesn't come back towards the line of scrimmage, and he catches this in stride, is he getting in? Probably. Because the corner that's covering the outside receiver has his back turned. He's got to make one man miss, right? And if he's catching this in stride and he's got an extra yard and a half here, it's going to be a close play on the goal line. I think I might have this play on the end zone copy. And what it really comes down to is Love's got to be ready to throw. Like if this is Rodgers, he's throwing this ball, bop, ball's gone. Okay. Love, he's got to pump. He's got to mess around with his feet. And now it's not that the window's gone, but as far as getting this guy in stride, getting it to him early, happens a little faster. Maybe he doesn't have to fall down and make that happen, but it doesn't matter because a couple of plays later, we go under center again. And we're just in a 3-by-1, 2 tight ends here on the left. So run formation, under center. Again, you just see what happens. This is what I love. You go under center. We don't get much of a rush. Drops it in the bucket. Great play. Great way to finish up. If I show this, yeah. So we'll look at Zach Tom again. We can look at anybody. Everybody does a good job this first 2 series. But we're looking at Zach Tom again. This is the power of being under center. You got 2 tight ends again. So you got 21 personnel lined up on the line of scrimmage. Run formation. Close splits by the wide receivers. And Zach does a great job of, it's not that he's showing run, okay? But his pad level stays down, right? He's still in a good body lean. So if he had his hands up a little higher, as this guy comes off, he's looking at him like, okay, I don't really have a lot to hit. Shoulder pads, helmet. If he had his hands in tight like he should, there's really nowhere to go. He does a great job of this because he's a natural bender. So as he continues to improve, he can punch and get this guy away, but there's just nothing to bother this Jordan Love. There's just nothing bothering him here.